All right, good morning, everybody. The time is now 9 o'clock. I call to order the DuPage County Public Works Committee for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. Can I get a roll call, please?
Chair Garcia,
Here.
Vice Chair Ozog,
Here.
Member Cahill,
Here.
Member Desart,
Here.
Member Galassi.
Here.
Member Zay.
Here.
Okay, for Chairwoman's report, Mark, I don't really have any today, other than it's been great serving with you this 2024 year on this committee. So we don't know what the future holds. So thank you for all of your hard work on this committee, because we've done a lot during the last year. So I really appreciate it. Is there any public comment? None? Okay. I make a motion to approve the minutes of 24-3257 Public Works Committee minutes, regular meeting Tuesday, November 19th, 2024.
I'll move.
Second. Okay, any discussion on those? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I make a motion to amend the blurb for item 6A to correct the county contract number from 6517-0001 serve to 6516-0001 serve. I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. So, motion to approve 6A as amended. I make a motion to approve 6A as amended. Thank you. Is there any discussion on that? It's an amendment to county contract issued to CDW Government LLC to furnish and deliver computer hardware, peripherals, software, and licensing as needed for Public Works for a change order to decrease the contract expiration date to December 9th, 2024, taking the original contract expiration date from February 28th, 2025 to December 9th, 2024. No change in contract total. We got a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I make a motion to approve the claims report of 24-3259, payment of claims, Public Works and Facilities Management.
Second.
Second, is there any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I make a motion to approve the joint purchasing agreement of PWP 001324 recommendation for the approval of contract purchase order to
Second.
WW Granger Inc. to furnish and deliver miscellaneous maintenance, repair, and operation parts and supplies as needed for Public Works for the period of January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027 for Public Works for a total contract amount not to exceed $75,000. A motion is second. Is there any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I make a motion to approve FMP 004424 recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to WW Granger Inc. to furnish and deliver
Second.
miscellaneous maintenance, repair, and operation parts and supplies as needed for county facilities for the period of January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2027 for facilities management for a total contract amount not to exceed $176,300. Got a motion to second. Any discussion on this? Member Zay.
This is just an ad call. We can just, our people go and pick stuff up as they need it, right?
Yeah, there's
There's
our
facilities all
repair
over
and
here.
maintenance. So the first one is Public Works, second one facilities. When our crews are out repairing something, they need a piece or something, then they can get this. We do have the check and balance. This is with Granger, so it's not necessarily a store. So it's ordered, you take delivery, verify, and then that's what's used.
But they do have facilities in the county where you can go and pick up.
Do we have, there are some facilities we go to, but we also order.
Okay.
there's one in Downers Grove.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I make a motion to approve PWP 003224 recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to CIT Trucks LLC to manufacture and deliver a Kenworth T480 chassis with GalFab hoist roll-off body for the period of December 10th, 2024 to November 30th, 2025 for a total contract amount not to exceed $196,000.67. Got a motion?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Member Vice Chair Ozog?
$196,067.
What did I say? Oh, thank you. $196,067. Thank you for that correction. Okay, we've got a motion, a second. Is there any more discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Got a motion to carry, motion to approve PWP 003324 recommendation for the approval of a contract
Second.
purchase order to CDW Government LLC to furnish computer hardware, peripherals, software, and licensing as needed for Public Works for the period of December 10th, 2024 to June 30th, 2028, for a total contract amount not to exceed $90,000. A motion, a second, any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Got a motion to approve FMP 004324, recommendation for the approval of a contract at Gray Bar Electric Company, Inc. to furnish and deliver electrical, lighting, data, and communication, networking, and security products as needed for various county facilities, for facilities management, public works, stormwater, and the Division of Transportation for the period of February 1st, 2025 through January 31st, 2029, for a total contract amount not to exceed $852,160. A motion, did you second?
Second.
Oh, motion is second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Got a motion to approve, I make a motion to approve 24-32060 recommendation for the approval of a contract to Johnson Controls, Inc. to provide planned service agreement to maintain
Second.
the building automation system at county campus corporate management for facilities management for the period December 1st, 2024 through November 30th, 2025, for contract total amount not to exceed $27,268. Got a motion is second. Any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I make a motion to approve the contract increase of 24-3238 FMP 0081B22, second amendment to resolution FMP 008122, issued to White Construction Services, Inc. to provide architectural and design and engineering design services and professional construction manager services under a construction manager at risk guaranteed maximum price method of delivery for the judicial annex improvements, bond courtroom expansion at the jail for the new courtrooms at the judicial office facility for the 18th Judicial Circuit for facilities management to add additional scope of work to install new doors and other improvements for the circuit court clerk for required
Second.
increased security and increase the funding in the amount of $250,000, taking the original contract amount from $19,800,000, resulting in a final county cost of $20,050, an increase of 1.26%. With a motion and a second.
50,000, 20,050,000.
20, thank you for correcting me. My God.
Yeah,
I
thank
was
you.
dyslexic today.
Cahill.
20, thank you, Katie, member Cahill. $20,050,000, an increase 1.26%. Got a motion, we've got a second. Is there any other discussion on this? We know we had a big discussion at JPS. Was there any other discussion on this other than I want to thank the staff for doing this in such a timely manner? I know that it's very imminent that this get done for security purposes. And it's a really good deal to keep with White, and because the labor costs are staying at zero, as I discussed in JPS.
So there was a lot of discussion and this morning at JPS about the utilization of White. Obviously went through the process, but the one thing I didn't add this morning is, say for a $20 million contract, the portion that goes to White is actually pretty small. Tim, in your estimation, this contract, how much?
It would be probably 3.25% is their profit that they
So
get.
3% of that contract goes to White, the rest of it is bid out to subcontractors out there. So it's not like this contract, it does flow through White, but it is every aspect of this project is bid out. Every single aspect.
So are they basically just the project manager?
They're the
basically?
project manager, it's it's the delivery method, so it's not like White gets 20 million on this. I mean, there are probably 50 or 60 subcontractors that they bid out. They work with our procurement to bid out. So they end up getting 3% of this contract to manage it, to oversee it, and to take the risk. So it looks like a lot of money, but it's really not that much money that goes to them for the size of the project. I just wanted to say.
Vice Chair Olson?
And I just wanted to add, when I was on the school board, it was the first time. Please.
Just make the ding sound.
When I was on the school board, it was the first time that we had some major capital projects, and it was the first time we used a construction management company. And in the long run, I think it saves a lot of money. And in our case in particular, we had a summer building period, so everything had to go just had to be like clockwork. So overall, it's just a much better way of managing these huge projects.
This is the, there's a lot of different delivery methods we can do. You can do a design bid build, which is the traditional, where you put it out there and you hire a general contractor and they then just simply hire the subs. They don't necessarily bid them out. So you're paying for a couple different layers for it. What we found out is by this delivery method, and there are other companies that can do it, no doubt. We do an RFP, they're selected. We actually save money because we don't have a general out there. You have a construction manager, and then they will go out for HVAC, and there'll be, 10 bids for HVAC, 15 bids for electrical, and they will do that. So it is actually bid out more so than a traditional delivery method. So that's why you've seen a lot, and we can pivot a lot faster. A lot of during COVID, that's where we went to this guaranteed max price because we had to deliver very quickly. And it allowed us to do that. And that's why we did.
Okay,
Good one.
and Robbins?
Just a question. Oh, now I forgot what I was gonna ask. They do the architectural services though, right? Are they doing the design?
So sometimes they do, and sometimes it depends on how far. A lot of times they won't take it all the way to 100% architectural. They will take it to 50%, enough to go out on the street. It depends. And we've done it where White has designed it. We've done it where others have designed it. Right now, we've got our biggest one. I mean, sometimes we can't use the delivery method, like because we're doing the garage for DOT. That is it's paid for out of MFT funds. There are some requirements on that. So we have to use traditional design bid build. So every single project is different. That's a different architectural firm doing that one than White, but they're all a little bit different.
Did White do the architectural design for the CRC? Yes.
White did CRC.
Okay.
So White has done, and that's something, White has done quite a bit of work, but it's been through RFPs over the past 4 or 5 years. The biggest ones, obviously this one, the CRC and the care center are the big ones that come to mind. But like I said, 3% of it is what they actually did for the profit for overseeing.
So just to add on that, we'll pick on CRC. If you did a traditional design bid build, CRC probably had 22 to 25 bid packages, and Mark may actually know that. You've got painting, drywall, electrical, rough carpentry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If I'm bidding on that job, I will get one price for each, compile it, and that's my proposal to you as the builder. White bid out 22 different pieces, and they got competitive bids on each of those 22. That's why you get a better price under that delivery method. And that's why we prefer it.
Sure. But was the CRC bid separately that?
Absolutely,
And
absolutely. They were all separate. And I will tell you, not only were they separate bids, the selection team for each of those is different. For instance, judicial, that was headed up by the chief judge and his staff. CRC, that was headed up by the health department and their staff. Care center, that was headed up by Janelle and her staff. So it is a different team selecting, and I mean, we do the interviews, they pick it, and then White or whoever is selected then goes out for the bids. And it is far more of a vetting process with bidding than what you typically do, because like I said, every single aspect of the job is bid out. So it's a little bit different for this delivery method.
Okay, thanks.
Number to start, right?
Yes, thank you. And I do appreciate this project. I think this project is, it's in line with what we need to do at this point. So my comment is just general based on the conversation that we had in JPS today. And I do appreciate and understand Member Zay's comment that a lot of these businesses have specific areas of expertise. So that's why we keep hiring them. However, it just seems to me that some businesses like White and the Christopher Burke Engineering, we use those a lot in my school board days as well. So go ahead and dig your thing. So I'm just wondering if these, well, whenever we mention school board, anyway, my point is this. It seems like White and Christopher Burke and some of these other companies that we use all the time, other governmental entities use them all the time too. And this is the Chicago area. I just can't understand why there aren't more businesses bidding for our projects than these two companies.
And I can tell you for Public Works, We don't use Burke that often in Public Works, because obviously we use more sewer and water companies. I will tell you, Burke, just knowing the industry, being in engineering for 30 years, Burke is known as a powerhouse for stormwater. They are the powerhouse out there in stormwater.
Yeah.
And that's why you probably see them more often, you know, Sarah Hunt and her staff selecting them than what say we do, or their stormwater and transportation, less Public Works, but they do that. But you will see it more often. It's just a matter of that is their expertise. And so some of the firms I use Trotter quite a bit, but they're more exactly wastewater, water. You're not gonna see them in stormwater very often. So it's just a matter of the specialty. That's why you probably see it more in stormwater.
Members A?
Thank you, Madam Chair. You know, I think the big picture here is this $20,050,000 that we spent over there because of COVID. We basically almost rebuilt that building, probably by 80%, I would think. I mean, we put additions on, we put courtrooms in, the ROE that we've moved. I mean, we have done so much work over there in the last 4 years. It's unbelievable. So staff and everybody who's done that, I mean, and anybody listening over there knows that we've spent a lot of money. I mean, the bond court, the sheriff's office, we've done a lot of new stuff over there. And I think the board should be commended for, you know, being forward and getting a lot of that done.
I mean,
Totally agree.
if you think about it, this 20 million, we added a floor onto judicial while it was operating without losing any operational days over there. We added courtrooms while all the other courtrooms were going into play. We redid the entire probation, state's attorney and public defender while they were in operation. And I will tell you, the reason we were able to do it was the team at White. Are there other teams that could maybe do it? Maybe. But I can tell you that this is probably the most complicated project we've ever done in our history in the county. Keeping a building going, adding a floor and keeping all of the judicial operations going. I mean, and we did it in under a year. I mean, that's just something that doesn't happen. And the White was the reason. I mean, I know Mark, where's Mark? See, I mean, he was involved in that. I mean, that thing was a 24/7, Saturday, Sunday, nights, you know, mornings, they were there at 4 a.m. doing stuff. That was the team we put together.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Did you have another?
I was just gonna add on to that, for the new members, there was, when the courthouse was built, that addition section was built with the thought that there would be an addition someday. And so all of that was done, what would you say, 13 months altogether?
Yeah,
It was a really efficient project.
Yeah.
So, but very,
stressful,
it
but
was,
efficient.
it was a shocking price tag when we first put that one through, so
Mhm.
it's, yeah.
And from a positive standpoint, you pretty much set up that building for probably the next generation. I mean, it is from a space, from, you know, everybody, state's attorney, probation, all of them love their space. We're good for the next 10, 15, 20 years, hopefully.
Thank you to the staff for all of that. Fantastic.
They weren't bored.
No, they were not. Okay. Moving on, did we get a vote on that yet? No, we did not. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, I make a motion to approve the bid award 24-3261,
Second.
recommendation for the approval of a contract to QP Testing LLC to provide testing and certification of 12 SEL relay switch gears at the standby power facility for facilities management for the period of December 4th, 2024 through November 30th, 2025, for a total contract amount not to exceed $16,272. I think I would have it right. Can I get a second?
I seconded.
Second, okay, is there any discussion on this? No, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, any old business? That motion carries, by the way. Any old business? Any new business? New business.
I'd just like to inform the new members that you will be quizzed afterwards about what an SEL relay switchgear is. Other terms that we- There's a lot of very fun terms in public.
There is transportation too.
Hey,
And transportation, so prepare.
Yes, okay, well then, without objection.
I have.
Oh, you have one? Okay, go.
So first, for our new members, if there is any interest in tours for any of our facilities, stormwater, public works, facilities management, I think every member, since they've been here, they've done the tours, so a lot's gonna be happening. If you guys are interested in tours, let us know.
We don't do stormwater till the spring.
Yeah,
It's too
That's
cold.
true.
too cold.
Too cold right now.
Stormwater.
Yeah.
And then I also have some really new, extremely new, business is this is gonna be probably Michelle's last meeting for a little bit. So, unless if something really is weird, you're probably not gonna see her for a couple months, so we wish you the best.
And
And,
you
know, right up to the last minute doing committees, so we appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you so much,
We
Michelle.
can't wait to keep track
Can't
of
wait to meet him.
Who picked which date.
I have
Yeah,
No,
Joan
I have
is,
tomorrow.
Joan's trying to get her to go to labor today.
I have tomorrow.
What's your actual due date?
Michelle?
Is your due date the sixth?
Yes.
Yeah, the 6th is Friday.
So way to work till right to the end
St.
here.
Nicholas Day.
I think I said the 10th.
Yeah.
Oh.
First baby is a boy late.
That's
Yeah.
what everybody
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
but
It's okay.
I'm gonna make it happen.
I'm here. What do you say? You gotta eat papaya, right?
Wow, well, my.
Papaya and mango.
Papaya and mango.
That's how they live.
Do you have a name picked out, or are you gonna wait? to see
Yeah,
to meet it?
yeah,
Oh, you do?
Landon.
Landon.
So.
Landon?
Yeah.
Jim's always a good name. Jim.
That's a second choice, Jim.
That'd be good.
Yeah. All right.
We can't wait to hear your good news.
All right, thank you so much, and without objection, we are adjourned.
I realized that.
It ain't gonna work.
So sad.